Okay. Uh, First and foremost, I want to say thank you, God. I know it's hard to be appreciative of, and I'm not just saying that to say that, but I truly imagine myself like if I was on the other side of being a target individual and I was one of these perp, how like stupid, how dumb down would I have to make myself be? You know, the reason why I expect the worst in my case is because there's always a psyop, there's always a facade. Target individual wants you to believe a false reality. And so you keep hearing there's people around you try to they saying things to you. People who you think are decent, sensible people, but participating. This happens to even defenseless women, like the people that you imagine the most, that you will not want to put down, are vilified in every ways and manipulated, and falsification of reality is happening to them. And it's really bad. It's always the same kind of narrative being thrown out to disturb and to defame an individual who's a target individual. Seeing in front of me people who have been so compromised that they have accepted to minimize their intellect. And at this point, they're just exciting and craving this torture that's going to happen to me. They tell me how I'm going to be framed, right? And based on this frame, and the frames are so disgusting because they say they're either going to implant child porn or they're going to have the child say that I did something to them, which this should be a pure indication of what kind of people they are, right? That should be an indication that these people are not here to protect children. This is not the type of things somebody who protects children would do. Matter of fact, that's an indication that maybe they don't care too much about children. And, you know, for me, they're like, check out what it means. Like, no, you do what you're supposed to be doing. There's a bill that was mentioned and ended up passing in different fashion that's called and National Defense Abuse Act. This bill, which was 2019, is specifically supposed to limit the amount of child porn the Department of Defense employees were downloading using the computer, the network from the Department of Defense. Now, you understand how disgusting that means. Because the reason why they did this thing, this bill was passed, is because there was a huge issue. It was not just because, oh, in case this happens. No. It was happening so much that Child Protective Services, right, ranked the network of the Department of Defense as 19th out of 2,900. This is in 2018. They were the 19th out of 2,900 network that would, in regard of the amount of child porn being trafficked within a network. So they were sharing child porn so much within this network, this server of the DoD, that Child Protective Service said the amount of child porn that's trafficked within this server, this network, is one of the highest. This out of 3,000, out of 2,900, they are like number 19. This is top tier level. That means that like they're really up there. Now, that should give you an indication that the people doing these things to you, perhaps at this level, have this level of compromise. Like this is the level of compromisableness we're talking about. Please don't be fooled. These entities running this program are not these bottom feeders that you see. Those are contracted. These people, you look at them, it's like, yeah, you see your direct energy weaponry. Is your electromagnetic radiations like? You understand? What they're doing to my body is because they're using these defense weapons to do that to my body. So when they say they're going to frame you by implanting child porn, or have a child say something that's falsified, right? Or framed of that nature, you got to understand this is coming from people where pedophilia is such an issue. Now, for me, like many other target individuals, we have these disgusting ways of breaking us down. They use the pedophilia type of torture. It's commonly used on other target individuals, and I'm one of those who've been used, that they use in this way. You're gonna hear that consistently, and you're gonna keep hearing that. Matter of fact, when I start finding out about target individual, this thing came out without me looking for it. I was looking for are there people being manipulated in these ways, and then it kept coming up. I kept saying, "Oh, this is not unique to me. This is actually a thing that's done commonly." Like it was not like once here and there. No, like this is like it kept coming. So at that point, I was like, "Oh, this is what they're doing." But what they were trying to make me believe before is that they're mapping me to me as a child, and they brought back. They made me think of what I did as a child when I was in middle school, which they tried to exaggerate. This thing that I did, this act of what I did as a child, is an act that never happened again, and it was such an impulsive moment that I forgot completely about it. This is what a child is capable of doing. They know that very well, but these people who do the pedophilia type of torture want to make it seem like this time they're not doing the pedophilia type of torture, but what they're doing is they're mapping you. That these reactions, you felt like that when you were a child, remember this bullshit. They are making me experience this reaction. And because these same entities that have this problem with pedophilia have been working on memory manipulation for a long time. Like they are this literally like journals about like, oh, the future is now the fiction is now real, and you have to get ready of memory manipulations. They can, man. Memory manipulation is such a sure thing that's happening that you can see things in the mainstream about it. Now, what they can do now is, because they want you to accept this manipulation that you experienced today, they get you to experience these reactions whenever they want in your childhood or even adulthood. Matter of fact, there's memories of go through my memories every day. There's a new memory manipulation. This is an old one I'm going to talk about. I think I talked about it, but with me, unfortunately, when I was making videos, I was not titled these YouTube videos of mine the right way, so I can't find the same video that I made a while ago. But I talked about how, anyways, black little girls. Every time I see a black little girl now, they force me to get this stimulation. It's like, no, black girls, that's you. Remember, they give me the sensations. Like, I know it's what you guys do to me. This is not what I experienced. But that's what you make me experience today. So they look at the memories where there's black girls, especially if it's a fainted memory or something like that, and give me the stimulation. This one thing they've done that many times. Anytime they can try to implement, especially if the memory is not the best, it's not the strongest. Oh, that's when they can play with it even better. There's this very popular study about how black kids look at themselves, especially black girls. And I remember there was this experiment where they were showing a doll, there's a white little doll and a black little doll. And the black little girl looked at they gave her the black doll, like, ew, she's like, no, that's ugly. And she's like, no, I want that doll, the white doll. It's a very popular, known, sad thing of an experiment. And just, that will show how black girls have this self-hate, the whites, this is all, this is like a known experimentation. I remember seeing that, I felt like, oh, that's sad. Oh, no, they're giving me that stimulation and sensations that you felt that feel like. Remember, you see how they can try to find something. You say, oh, we can use all that because this little black girl, they're gonna do this nastiness. Now I don't even want to pull that video up because I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna make me experience that today and then plant that in my memories, just like that. Now, of course, I can speak about the memory I experienced, but I'm not going to experience it. Meaning that the way I'm going to experience this memory is the version they make me have. And I can never experience the memory the true way I experienced it in real time. It's never going to be an authentic experience. It's going to be a manipulated experience. So when I speak about it, I speak about something that I can no longer experience. I can no longer experience my memory as mine. They're going to be manipulated to experience this sensation, stimulation, however they want. And they're going to be like, now we mapped it. They try to use verbiage to make it sound like they don't manipulate memories and they don't manipulate you. And they truly want you to accept this. And they act accordingly. Oh my gosh, the noise campaign, the bad. It's like this mind games psychological games where gaslighting type of torture and gaslighting type of tormenting is used to make you accept these false memories. And it's no stop. And it's everybody around you. You have noise campaign, you have this, and it's no stop. Because they want you to identify with these memories that you now experience this way. Now I cannot change how they're gonna manipulate my memories. I cannot. What they do to me, I have no control over that. I have no control of that. The only control I have at this point is to understand that it's no longer my memories. They can make me experience all memories and it's going to feel the way they want it. This is how sophisticated this technology is. It's unfortunate, but I understand the reality of things. When you become a target individual, when this technology is applied onto you, you have zero control on how you experience things. You have to understand the level of manipulation is this sophisticated. You have to be strong. They are truly redesigning you, creating a new version, and they work day in and day out. Their job today, right now. Some of these bottom feeders here, they wake up, sleep, eat what they're going to manipulate you to experience in a different fashion to create this false reality. And the gimmicks, the way these people talk, oh my gosh, yeah, that even helps kind of understand that they're full of shit. But for me to make videos about it, is basically you know when you're never gonna experience something the same way. Let's say you go on a trip and you never see something, and you're never gonna see something again. And you have some kind of ways to create a memory of it, a recording of it. That's how I think about my memories at this point. They're gonna create it in these ways. I'll never have my own memory ever again. I have to accept that, and I have to accept reality. They're gonna continuously find some things to change and manipulate in different ways. The people around you are gonna try to get you to accept this manipulation. They're gonna go through all the gimmick stuff that sounds exactly like what I just said. And for me to say this, I know I make a lot of videos about the same thing. Maybe one or two can help an individual, but I want to continuously say what I need to say because it also helps me speak out about what I'm experiencing today and how I will never experience myself again. Because truly, you are no longer yourself. And truly, this trash around you, which is contracted by governmental entities that have actually issue with pedophilia, their job 24/7 is to make you accept this manipulation. This comes from the neighbors. You can hear noise campaign. This is bigger. It's huge. It's truly a massive governmental program that utilize everybody in your ecosystem. The trash talking to me, I understand they're just the bottom feeders. They enjoy the empowerment. Can you imagine the ability to control a human being's brain in this fashion? Even memories can be falsified. It's like almost a game to them. Where they're like, oh, we're gonna beat you. There's no chance I can not have this memory the way you want me to have. It's a matter of time. If I don't, it's not today, tomorrow it'll be like that. I've accepted that. I'm not delusional in that sense. That is not something I can control. You're going to manipulate me the way this technology is able to manipulate me. You're going to act in certain ways. This I can control. I can see you for the trash that you are. I have been working on my brain to experience things in this way. There's nothing I can do. I ask God to give me strength to stay strong. But I understand that there's certain things I can ask God. Because the way my brain's going to go is the way they decide. So I ask God, give me strength for whatever manipulation. Let me be strong enough to not identify with this manipulation, as strong and as sophisticated this technology is. Thank you, God, for seeing it for what it is, and continue to give me strength. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. But there's dignity in this death. This trash are weak, coward, low life. They do everything you can imagine in the foulest way, but in the most cowardly way at the same time. You cannot do all these horrible things and not expect things to come back to you, especially at this level of cowardness. By every means, it's been like signs to let them know, like, you are, okay. Yeah. Do your thing. They are such a coward. But when they talk to me, tell me how I'm going to be raped. But from the distance that they are. You would think that the bravest human being you ever heard on this earth. But you see them in person, Jesus just far in every ways they are shown everything's like, you are bottom feeders. Respect yourself. Me being tortured and raped is never going to validate you. It's just me going to go through the torture. And because what? Because you're going to frame me in this pedophilia ways. Are you going to implant child porn? Are you going to... That's... In every act, this trash are being thanked by people who want to observe this. But at the same time, thankful that they're another one who have to stoop to this level of low. Not because these people are brave. There's no bravery in what they do. It's just really actually minimizing bravery. They have to be brave to be so unbrave. To be so cowardly. It's the braveness about that. It's like they have to like lower every self-respect they have. And I guess that's a brave thing to do. Shamelessness, disgracefulness in every ways. Cowardliness on a level that you can't even understand. I guess it's brave to do that. Because you know the psychological impact of that, which I don't care about. So target individual for me is I will continuously put things back in perspective. You know, with me when they do this, like, no, but remember what you do as a kid. This was an impulsive moment of a child. This nasty reaction stimulation is what you're forcing me to experience today. And then to create a pattern, you try to make me feel like I had it then, and then you try to create a moment where there's a black little girls and try to give stimulation, and it'd be like, you see when you felt it like that's like, no, I did not feel like that. I remember feeling sad for this poor kid. It's like, that's sad. I was like, oh. But now, I don't experience it this way. The stimulation, the sensation. That's the reality. I've accepted reality for what it is. I'm a test subject. They're trying to make me accept this false personality. All I have to do is to be strong. I have to run towards whatever they want me to do, the pain and torture for the purpose of these people, for this level of unbraveness, the cowardness that they're going through. It's my purpose to let them know that they'll be blessed in certain ways. Not today, not tomorrow, but everything has its time. Tell my target individual, stay strong. Because these people doing whatever they do to you are bottom feeders who even involve in torturing children. You know when they try to vilify me about me as a child? They try to exaggerate that while literally involving a program that is using sexual torture onto babies, onto 7-year-old, 3, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, sexually tortured. Do you imagine the nastiness about this low life? And try to desensitize themselves in the involvement they are in. They even say like, you know what, we chose you, we didn't choose, like, so it's like, you know, we could have chose to torture a child. So you're involved in a program where the option of torturing a child is there. And if you're not doing that, somebody else that perhaps in the same organization and the same program is doing. Disgustingness. So my target individuals stay strong.